Picture a woman walking onto a basketball court in a tailored suit and high heels, commanding grown athletes with the presence of a general leading troops into battle. No sneakers. No tracksuit. Just pure authority in designer shoes. Her players call her the boss. Her rivals call her a nightmare to prepare for. And across Turkey, they call her something else entirely, Dişi Terim, the female Fatih Terim. If you don't know that name yet, by the time this video ends, you won't forget it. This is Basketball Daily, and today we are telling the story of Selin Erdem, a woman who lost her playing career at 18 years old and turned that loss into one of the most remarkable coaching journeys in European basketball. Stay with us until the end, because the way this story closes will change how you think about setbacks forever. Selin Erdem was born in 1984 in Turkey, a country where basketball runs through the culture like a second heartbeat. From the time she was a little girl in primary school, she was obsessed with the game. Not the casual kind of obsessed. The kind where basketball becomes your identity before you even know what an identity is. She spent her afternoons on the court, chasing a dream that felt completely within reach, wearing the national team jersey one day, representing her country, becoming somebody. Her talent was obvious to anyone who watched her play. Coaches noticed her. Teammates respected her. Everyone assumed she was headed somewhere big. Then in 2002, at just 18 years old, everything fell apart. A series of severe injuries hit her body at the exact moment her career should have been taking off. The doctors did not sugarcoat it. Continuing to play competitively could cause permanent damage. For an 18-year-old who had built her entire identity around this sport, that diagnosis was not just a medical setback. It was the death of a dream. Most people in that position disappear from the sport entirely. The heartbreak is simply too much. But Selin Erdem did something different. If she could not play basketball anymore, she decided she would build basketball players instead. If she could not score the points herself, she would teach others how to do it. That single decision, made in the wreckage of her own broken dream, became the foundation of everything that followed. In 2007, at only 23 years old, Selin stepped into coaching. Think about how young that is. Most 23-year-olds are still trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. She was walking into locker rooms to lead athletes, some of whom were older than her, in a sport where women coaches were barely acknowledged, let alone respected. And that is where the real fight began. Being a young woman in a male-dominated coaching world was not just difficult. It was brutal. Players questioned whether she deserved to be there. Other coaches dismissed her tactical ideas before she even finished explaining them. Federations passed her over for chances that went to less qualified men without a second thought. The unspoken message everywhere she went was simple: women belong on the sidelines cheering, not standing in front of the whiteboard drawing plays. She had to prove her competence twice as hard just to receive half the recognition. Every decision she made was picked apart more harshly than it would have been for a man. Every loss somehow became evidence that a woman could not handle the pressure. But Selin had something inside her that no coaching manual can teach: an absolute refusal to quit. She started at the youth level, working with underage teams, pouring every ounce of knowledge from her playing days into shaping the next generation. Her style stood out immediately, demanding yet nurturing, strict yet empowering, deeply tactical yet emotionally alive. She studied basketball obsessively, staying up analyzing film and building strategies late into the night. Slowly, the results started speaking louder than the doubts. The breakthrough came in 2014, when Selin Erdem was named assistant coach for the Turkish women's national basketball team. That single appointment was not just a job title. It was proof that all the extra hours, the extra scrutiny, and the extra resilience had actually meant something. From there, her resume started reading like a highlight reel most coaches only dream about. She was part of the coaching staff at the 2016 Rio Olympics, standing on the biggest stage in world sport. She coached at the FIBA World Championship in Spain in 2018, facing off against the finest basketball minds on the planet. She contributed to 2 European Championship campaigns. She even coached at the youth Olympic level, shaping the stars of tomorrow. 18 years in coaching. 18 years of proving people wrong. 18 years of quietly demonstrating that excellence has no gender attached to it. But here is what makes her story hit differently. She never pretended the struggle wasn't real. In her own words, she said something that resonates with women across every competitive field, not just basketball. She said she had to work 5 times harder than male coaches just to receive the same opportunities. She said her teams bring victories home for their country, yet the respect that follows does not match the achievement. These are not bitter complaints. They are facts, spoken plainly by a woman who has lived them for nearly 2 decades. Women coaches win championships and still get paid less. They develop Olympic-level athletes and still receive fewer job offers. They revolutionize the way the game is played and still get a fraction of the media coverage their male counterparts receive. Selin chose to say this out loud, publicly, without softening it for comfort. Then there is the nickname that basketball fans across Turkey use to describe her, Dişi Terim, the female Fatih Terim. For anyone unfamiliar, Fatih Terim is a legendary Turkish football manager known for his fire, his passion, and his complete refusal to accept anything short of victory. He is a national icon for the way he commands a sideline. Selin Erdem earned that same comparison in basketball, and once you watch her coach a game, you understand exactly why. She does not stand quietly on the bench. She conducts the game like an orchestra, shouting instructions, gesturing furiously, challenging referees when she believes her team has been wronged. When her players score, she celebrates like she scored it herself. When they make a mistake, disappointment flashes across her face for a split second before her mind is already 3 steps ahead, adjusting the strategy. In her own words, she describes herself as a normal, sweet person in everyday life, but on the court, discipline takes over completely. If you show weakness, she says, you will be crushed. She refuses to allow that weakness in herself or in her team. Now here comes the detail that makes her truly unforgettable, something that separates her from every single coach in the sport. While every other coach on the planet walks the sideline in a tracksuit and sneakers, Selin Erdem coaches in formal suits and high heels. Yes, high heels, on an actual basketball court, during live competition. It has become her signature, her statement, her power move. Why would she do this? The answer says everything about who she is. She has explained that her mother was a teacher who wore a different professional outfit every single day, presenting herself with dignity and power in her own field. When Selin began coaching, she decided to honor that image of professional womanhood instead of blending into the masculine uniform the sport expected from her. The heels are not just footwear. They are a message. They say, I am a woman, I am powerful, and I refuse to shrink myself to fit anyone's comfort. In a world constantly telling women in male-dominated fields to tone it down and act more like the men around them, Selin does the exact opposite. She leans harder into her femininity. She owns it completely. When people ask her if the heels are uncomfortable, if her feet hurt, if she can even move quickly enough during a fast-paced game, her answer is simple and unshakable. She has been compared to men her entire career, but she is a woman, and she represents female power. People respond to that image, and she sees no reason to change who she is just to make other people comfortable. That is not just confidence. That is a quiet revolution happening in real time, one game at a time. Her influence has stretched far past Turkey's borders. In 2024, she made a decision that surprised a lot of people in the basketball world. She accepted the head coaching position at Panathinaikos in Greece. Given the long and complicated political history between Greece and Turkey, this was no small move. But basketball, as Selin proved, has a way of crossing borders that politics cannot. Panathinaikos specifically wanted a female head coach, and Selin was exactly what they were looking for. She has called landing in Greece something close to a miracle. Within just a few months of the 2024 to 2025 season, she led the team all the way to the Greek Cup final. They ultimately lost to Olympiacos, but the achievement itself was extraordinary, a Turkish woman leading a Greek club to a national championship final. Then came the news that shook European women's basketball. In March 2025, Panathinaikos, one of the most storied and historic clubs in all of Greek basketball, announced Selin Erdem as the new head coach of their women's team. This made her the first foreign head coach in the club's entire women's basketball history, a history stretching back more than 100 years. And in a beautiful twist of fate, the men's team at Panathinaikos is coached by another Turkish coach, who had just led the club to the EuroLeague championship the previous season. Turkish basketball excellence was quite literally rewriting the story of Greek basketball, one bench at a time. The fan reaction was overwhelmingly positive. Supporters called her the best transfer of the season and said they trusted her completely with the team's direction. That kind of instant trust is not given. It is earned, and it came from decades of proven results. Her impact reaches places you would not expect. In 2023, photos of her coaching went viral across Iran. Iranian women, seeing a woman from a neighboring Muslim-majority country thriving in a male-dominated field, were deeply moved. Thousands sent her messages of support and admiration. She responded with words that traveled just as far as the photos did. She said she was grateful to the strong Iranian women who supported her without hesitation, that her love went out to the people of Iran from Turkey, and that strong women make a better world. That last line was not just a nice sentiment. It became something closer to a philosophy, a rallying cry for women who have been told they cannot, they should not, or they are simply not good enough. Her advice to young women in sports is direct and completely uncompromising. She has said she was brave, that she left loved ones and family behind, that she did not ask anyone for handouts, that she worked hard, earned her qualifications, and took what she deserved. Notice the language carefully. She did not say she got lucky. She did not say she was given a chance. She said she earned it, which is the entire difference between charity and justice, between tokenism and merit. Today, Selin Erdem has more than 400,000 followers watching her journey, many of them young women who dream of becoming coaches, athletes, and leaders in fields that were never built with them in mind. She has become something bigger than a basketball coach. She has become proof of what is possible. And she has never sugarcoated the ongoing inequality either. She has spoken openly about how women coaches are paid significantly less than men even when they deliver better results, how women's basketball receives a fraction of the sponsorship and media attention that men's basketball enjoys, and how female coaches are handed shorter contracts and fewer second chances after a difficult season. These are not complaints. They are facts that still need to change, even as she sits at the top of one of the biggest clubs in Greek basketball, facing new pressure every single week to deliver results in the fight for a playoff spot. So what can we actually take from Selin Erdem's story? First, setbacks can become setups for something far bigger. Her injury at 18 was not the ending of her basketball story. It was the beginning of a much larger one. Second, representation genuinely matters. Every time she walks onto that court in a suit and heels, she shows young girls that leadership can look exactly like them. Third, authenticity is its own kind of power. She never tried to imitate male coaches. She leaned into who she already was, and that authenticity became her greatest strength. Fourth, excellence speaks louder than any excuse ever could. She did not just talk about inequality. She became so undeniably good at her job that people had no choice but to respect her. And fifth, solidarity is how real change spreads. Her support for Iranian women, her encouragement of young coaches, her willingness to speak honestly about inequality, that is exactly how movements grow. Selin Erdem wants more. She wants to coach a team to an Olympic gold medal. She wants a EuroLeague championship. She wants to see more women coaching at every level of this sport. But more than anything, she has said she wants to be remembered not as a great female coach, but simply as a great coach, full stop, no qualifier attached. Her excellence should be enough to speak for itself. And given everything she has already overcome, betting against her would be a mistake. So here is our challenge to you before you close this video. What is your version of the high heel moment? What is the thing people keep telling you that you cannot do, that does not fit the mold, that is not how it is normally done? Maybe it is time to do it anyway. Maybe it is time to become so undeniably excellent that nobody can afford to ignore you anymore. Selin Erdem walked onto basketball courts around the world in designer heels and earned respect through pure results. She turned her biggest setback into her greatest comeback. She faced discrimination and answered it with championships. She heard you can't and responded with watch me. That is not just a basketball story. That is a blueprint for anyone who has ever been underestimated. If this story moved you today, let us know in the comments which part of Selin Erdem's journey hit you the hardest. Do you think women's sports and women coaches get the recognition they have actually earned? And who else deserves a spotlight? Which other women breaking barriers in their fields should Basketball Daily cover next? Hit that like button if this story gave you something to think about, share it with someone who needs a reminder that a setback is not the end of the story, and subscribe to Basketball Daily because we are just getting started telling stories like this one. Remember, strong women make a better world, and Selin Erdem is living proof. We will see you in the next one.